Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for some indie comic reviews, and in these indie comic reviews I'll be covering Defenders of the Earth issue 5, written by Dan Didio, and Kids by Garth Ennis. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we get to catch up with the Phantom in the Skull Cave, and we get to see what's happening in Bengala. So that's where his cave is. And we slowly move into Rick and I think it's Lofa or Lofa's son, who's also having a bit of a conversation together in the region known as the Golden Vault, which we learn is a part of the Seven Nations. As we start to move towards the middle of the story, of course the Phantom gets attacked by the Council of Phantoms, as he has been accused of harming his niece, Jeddah. Something that he would not do. And we get to see a bit of a fight take place, and we get to see quite a number of Phantoms making an appearance. And last but not least, we move towards the end, to which she does get rescued from the one who seemed to be working with someone with some evil intentions, later to returning to the area known as the Chieftain Chambers, to which we catch up with Lofa and Flash Gordon about to meet up with someone. So for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. So first things first, do we get anything time-wise? No, we don't. Next is the locations that we get to see within the story. The Skull Cave in Bengala, the Golden Vault. We also have the Chieftain's Chambers, which also makes an appearance. The cast of characters consisting of Kurt Walker, the Phantom. We have Crotan, Jeddah, his niece, Rick Gordon, Flash Gordon, Lofa, of course Mandrake, and Kashin. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move on to Garth Ennis's Kids. So, as we move on to Garth Ennis's Kids, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with this family, to which we learn that we have someone by the name of Alexa, Ivan, who is their new kid. They also have a older kid by the name of Matt. But we also learn that there's someone by the name of Mrs. Skilling, who is also in the neighborhood. As we get to see some of the things that happen throughout the night, there is a bit of a disturbance that takes place. As we start to move towards the middle of the story, as there's quite a lot in between in this particular one-shot, we get a number of disturbances that affect the family, as well as what's happening around them and who might be responsible for it. And last but not least, we move towards the end of the story, to which the family have a bit of a reunion after the events that take place. We get to see the elder son along with the younger son, and also something that's a little bit out of place within the story. Now, it would be interesting to find out what is the thing that's sort of like out of place within this story, especially with what we learn. Well, there's a bit of a mystery around the younger son, Ivan. So, for the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10, as I really quite enjoyed the art in this story. There were a number of images I couldn't quite show in this review, so you're going to have to check it out, or check out this one shot for yourself to see the missing images, to which I was unable to get in this review. So, moving into the area of the story, did we get anything in relation time-wise? Not so much. Next is the location. With this, I had to sort of like work out where some of the locations were taking place. Of course, there was the home of the main family within the story. We had the hospital. The cast of characters consisting of Alexa, Ivan, so the new kid in the family, Matt, who is the eldest kid in the family. We get to see other kids that are named within the story, as well as other people named within the story. So we have Leo, Yomi, Scott, and of course Mrs. Skrilling. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.